This episode is brought to you by White Girls Everywhere. Hey yo, what's up everyone? Mr. Eric here, back with another vlog, and it has not been too long since the last vlog, but a few things have happened, and a few things are going to happen in the near future, like tomorrow. So we'll touch up on all that. So where do I start? So we had Dismantle 2, which was the first weekend of January. It was a 2-day event in Chicago, and I flew out there with hopes to prep for Genesis 3, which is actually, my flight leaves tomorrow, and that's going to be like a 3-day event, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But anyways, I wanted to go out to Dismantle so I could try to see if I had any, like, I guess challenges, demons to face. I don't know how to phrase it, but I've definitely not felt at my peak lately. I've definitely felt like, even though I won a Xanadu Monthly, like, 3 weeks ago, something like that. Yeah, like that was a good feeling, and I'll also touch up on that in a little bit, but I still feel like I've had a lot of self-doubt lately, and I was like, man, I really need to figure out, like, I need to push through it. I figured the more and more I expose myself to vulnerable situations where Eric might not do well, or Eric might, I don't know, just might not do as well as he's expected to do. And that's one thing that I've struggled with this entire first year of Smash 4 is expectations. Guys, I did not have expectations in Brawl. Like, they just weren't there. Like, people were just like, oh, that's a hype R.O.B. I like watching this guy as R.O.B. And that's it. I didn't have a R.O.B. squad behind me, cheering me on and supporting me like you guys, like you lovely, lovely people do. That means the world to me. And then I also didn't have people who were always comparing me to other R.O.B.s or putting me in the group of MD Free A or whatever. Like, didn't have that. And then I never was sponsored before, so I was also, worried about always impressing my sponsor, which is, like, my sponsor really, really supports me and really, like, is patient with me. And shout outs to you, Pastor. Thank you for, for believing in me. Like the rest of you guys do. Thank you guys so much for believing in me. So anyways, I went to Dismantle 2 to face these demons and to try to, work my way into a better place. And I did, like, the exact opposite. Not because I performed, like, poorly. Like, I got 17th out of, like, 258, which wasn't that bad. Like, that's actually pretty good. Right outside of top 16. That was a little bit worse than when I was seated. So, that's not too bad. What happened was, on day 1 of the event, the venue is a bowling alley. It's attached to a bar. And I went and had a drink before my pool was coming out, and I drank one too many. My particular drink which was a triple Long Island, had way too much alcohol in it, and so I was a bit tipsy during during my competition, and it's not something to laugh about. It's like, I'm laughing at my stupidity, honestly. I honestly thought that my pool would not be called later, like not be called till a bit later, because I was the last pool of the evening. Didn't work out that way. As soon as I went upstairs, 5-10 minutes later, they're like, pool 16, go downstairs to do your matches, and I'm like, oh shit, like, oh no, what did I do? And I freaked out, and I got 4th seed on my pool, and I played well. And I think, honestly, I think there was a part of me that was like, and I'm going to admit this because I need to face this. And it's kind of like the theme of this episode, or vlog, or whatever. I think a part of me was kind of happy that I had an excuse to fall back on. Okay, and I was going to make a twit longer about this, post it on Twitter, and I wrote it up, but it got a little too sappy for my taste. Didn't want to be that that emotional during it, but I'll say what I had to say now. I feel like I know there was a part of me that was like, yeah, I had this as an excuse for my performance this weekend, when in reality, each and every one of those players that outplayed me, and they outplayed me. They could have done it whether I was 100% or 10% or whatever. Like, they could have done it, like, no matter what. And I hope that none of them feels like their win was discredited because of the state I was at. Because even day 2, I felt a little sick, And I let it be known. I felt bad that day. Excuse me. Excuse me. So, yeah, let it be known. Like, it's embarrassing, to be honest. Like, it is to know that, like, I was somewhat, like, comforted by the fact that I had an excuse to fall back on, because that's what pressure does to me. That's what, expectations have done to me, and I've let it almost nearly cripple me. As time goes on, the more and more I build up expectations for myself, the more and more success that I achieve, the more and more pressure that I put on myself. And it's like, man, like, first I wanted to achieve, and then once I achieve, I get nervous, I get more scared because I achieved everything. Like, what? Like, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I was after. And so it's taken a lot of time, and like, just anytime I get moments of silence, like driving in the car, I don't listen to the radio as much anymore. I just think, and I just like focus on, like, man, like, where am I at? Like, as a person, as a player, where am I? Because, like, who you are as a person reflects who you are as a competitor. Okay? And I have a ton of growing to do as a person. I'm 26 years old. I feel like I'm a little bit behind the curve of growing up. I feel like I'm a little bit of a late bloomer, but regardless, whether I'm like up the pace of where I should be as a 26-year-old, like, I still have an infinite amount of growing to do. And so, like, I'm always learning, and I'm finding so much about myself the more and more I compete. And so basically what I'm trying to get at is just, I'm terribly sorry. I've learned my lesson. I'm not going to, I'm not going to be, like, unprofessional like I was that weekend. I'm actually going to do a complete 180. And this upcoming weekend at Genesis 3, it's all business for me. It's all, like, I'm going to have fun with people and stuff like that, but, like, I'm going to learn as much as I possibly can, okay? I also have to realize that I haven't overcame my self-doubt issues. I can't just be like, oh, I'm going to do this, and this, and this. It's not like a New Year's resolution when you just, like, overbuild yourself to fail. Like, no, I'm not doing that. I realize I do have self-doubt. I'm not falling back on that as an excuse. I'm not. I will not anymore. What I need to do is embrace that and figure the steps I need to take to succeed further. And not just to win, guys, but just to grow as a person. Like I said before, I truly believe that winning comes with learning. And right now, I just need to learn so much inside and outside of the game. And I'm hoping Genesis 3, which is, my flight leaves tomorrow, I'm hoping that will be the opportunity, or at least the starting point for me to start this journey of, embracing my weaknesses and taking it step by step. It's not a switch that you can just flip on and off. Sometimes I think it is. Like, every tournament that I've ever won, dating back to last Valentine's Day, was my first ever Smash 4 tournament victory. The way I felt at the end of that tournament, I was like, oh my gosh, I feel on fire right now. I'm so confident. I don't know where it came from, but, like, I love it. My second tournament, I was in Kentucky, and I did the same thing. I remember making a Facebook post about it. I was like, man, if I can figure out how to put myself in that state of mind, I would be so much better. But it's not a switch. It's something that you have to ease into. It's something that, like, I'm trying to evolve myself into that, my mentality into that. Now, you can do a lot of premeditation and try to, like, put yourself in that position, like, try to put yourself back to how you felt during that time. And I think that can help a lot, and I'm going to try to do that, but I also need to, like, just accept that, like, it's not a switch that I can flip. The Xanadu monthly that I recently won, oh my gosh, I felt so much fire in me. Like, I was so pumped to be in grand finals. I was so pumped to play my heart out versus LaTruth. And then last night at the Xanadu that I was at, the weekly that I got 5th at, which was way better than the last 2 Xanadus that I've been at, where I've gotten 13th and 17th, which is my 2 worst placements. Like, regardless, last night I felt so unconfident again. I got into matches versus C3PO, and he's an incredible player, but I missed so many opportunities to punish him. he would roll right in front of me, and I go, ugh, like I would freak out, and I was like, oh my god, I could punish him, but what if I fail? Like I got scared. I got scared so much. I felt full tension. He down airs all my shield, and I had already accepted that I would not up smash him out of shield, which was a free punish for me because he did not space it well enough. Free punish for me, and before the window of opportunity to punish him had even occurred, I had already told myself I wasn't going to get it. And it's like, you know, it's like, why am I so different now? Like, where was that guy that was on fire at the Xanadu Monthly? Every time he's won a tournament, he's felt like, he's like, let's go, you know, like, I want to win this. Where's that guy at? And maybe you guys had this inside of you. Like when I saw Orpheus beat, I think it was Apostle, and I saw him pop off for his accomplishment, I saw a fire in him. Maybe he's facing the same thing. Sorry to put you on, or not really put you on blast, but to put you on the spot, Orpheus. Hi, if you're watching. Orpheus is an incredible person and player, a R.O.B player. But yeah, like we all have this little fire in us, and we see it the most when we succeed. And I do nothing but envy. I admire the players who have it, like when they're not even like in grand finals already, like when they just walk into a tournament and they're like, I'm going to take this. Not in like an overly cocky way, but just in a confident way, because you have to have confidence if you want to be consistently succeed. But don't let that confidence make you fall harder if you fail. Take the losses in stride as usual and move on. And this is where I want to be. This is where I'm trying to be. Okay, so we got that all out of the way. I told you about my Dismantle 2 debacle. Sorry guys, sorry people that play me. I'm just really sorry. Like, I beeped up. I did. And I'm owning up to it. So there's that. Xanadu Monthly, Xanadu Weekly last night, yada yada. So Genesis 3. I've never been to a Genesis, but I followed both of them dating back to like what, 2010? It's been a while. I think the first one wasn't even streamed. I remember being on Smashboards, like being so attentive to grand finals versus with Armada and Mango's the first time they've encountered, and Mango clutched it out. And he like took his winnings and like threw it to the crowd. Apparently, it was epic to read about. But I get to be there, and like this is like a worldwide. This is an international event. This is global scale. Like, oh my gosh, this is where I need to learn. This is where I need to take things serious and step it up, and actually represent the R.O.B squad, represent Haven Esports, and just represent myself as a person. And this is my time to grow. I'm not saying that I'm there to get top 32 or get top 8 or whatever, that I'm going to win it, but I'm hoping that I can help get myself to the point where I can say that. Because if I'm being completely honest, I can't just go in and say I'm gonna do work this weekend. I'm not there yet. Okay? If I said it right now, I'm gonna be lying to myself and you guys. So I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna do my best. Whatever my best is, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be put on the spot in a crew battle, and all the pressure is gonna be on me, and I'm gonna face it, whether I succeed or fail. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put myself out there. I'm gonna be vulnerable, and I'm not gonna back down. That's my goal this weekend. Okay? And I'm gonna have an incredible time regardless. And I'm gonna see so many great people. I can't wait to meet people and to re-see people that I don't get to see very often. I can't wait. Never been to California before. Can't wait. But yeah, that's about it, guys. That wraps it up. I need to hurry and put this video out there and get it edited before I go back to work. I'm on my lunch break. This is what I do on my lunch breaks for you guys and for myself, to show that I can stay committed to this and that I really want to do this long term. I hope I'm cut out for it, and I'm finding many weaknesses within myself, but I'm hoping I can overcome them, and I'm hoping that I can inspire or motivate you guys to do the same if you're struggling as well. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for supporting me and for watching. And if you want to hit that like button, please do so if you like the video, and subscribe if you haven't, if you really want to. And feel free to leave a comment below. But yeah, thanks again, guys, and R.O.B squad out. Beep boop. See you in Genesis.